Hey, what's up folks? How's it going? This is Watch from MW Technology, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Logitech Brio 500, a dedicated USB-C based webcam, as well as the Zone Vibe 100 headset that is Bluetooth enabled. We're going to be taking a look at the key features of both products to determine if they're worth upgrading to and if they're right for you. Now, firstly, the resolution on the Brio 500 is 1920 by 1080 with a maximum frame rate of 30 FPS. Now, you record 60 FPS, but you're limited to 720p resolution. In terms of field of view, you have a 90 degrees available, which is wide enough for you to move around in a small space. There's also a feature called right side, which is an auto framing mode, allowing you to move around while the camera tracks you in a zoomed in position. You can control both the framing and the speed of the tracking within the Logitech software. Right now, this mode is in beta, so it's a little bit buggy at times and will be enabled once you're in a meeting. On top of that, the camera is also equipped with many automatic features that will adjust your contrast levels, lighting, colors, etc. You will also have some automatic algorithms built inside, including Face IQ, which will track, focus, and make sure your face is highlighted in the frame properly, as well as things like HDR capabilities, which we'll get into in a little bit. Now, the stand that comes with the Brio 500 is very similar to other webcam stands from Logitech. It's infinitely adjustable in terms of positioning. It's universally adaptable to pretty much every display that you're going to encounter, and you also have a 1/4 inch mount located at the bottom of the webcam, so you can attach this to a tripod or your own stand if you like. Now, a big feature on this cam definitely has to be show mode, which allows you to manually tilt down the camera down towards your desk, and it will automatically position, crop, as well as mirror the image to make it presentable to your audience. So you can easily draw or write something down on a piece of paper, show whatever's on your desk to your audience in a presentable way. And as soon as you're done, you simply tilt back the camera to its original position facing you, and it will automatically adjust the video settings accordingly. Now, what you're looking at right now is a direct recording of the Logitech Brio 500 at 1080p 30 FPS. We do have the HDR mode turned on, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it off right now so we can see a difference. And immediately when we do turn it off, you can see that the window in the background is blown out. We don't see any of that highlight information anymore. The studio lighting over here does kind of bloom out a little bit more. And when we turn the HDR feature back on, you can see that the skin tones are a lot more realistic. Lighting is a lot more even and controlled, and we have a lot more detail in the shadow plus highlight information. Now, this is going to be obviously pretty good in both a artificial lighting situation like what we have over here in the studio setup, but if you're just naturally lit, it's going to do a pretty good job from a utilitarian standpoint. Now, the new Zone Vibe headset comes in two different variants. The Zone Vibe 100, which is Bluetooth only, starts at $100, as well as the Zone Vibe 125, which is Bluetooth and comes with a wireless dongle, which is $129. They're aimed at a general audience, so whether that's for work or play. The sound quality coming out of the 40mm drivers is fairly standard and rudimentary for the most part, as you would encounter with a headset at this price point, but it's definitely nice enough to watch movies, videos, and generally listen to music. You also have an adjustable 5-band EQ within the Logitech software. Nothing from an audio standpoint is going to probably blow you away, but the two key highlights on this headset, in my opinion, has to be the dual beam foaming noise cancellation enabled microphones, which will give you a little audio test in a little bit, and the build quality. It's very lightweight. It only weighs about 185 grams or 6.5 ounces, made out of lightweight and durable polycarbonate, as well as this fabric mesh-like material on the headband, as well as the ear caps, making it very breathable, light, airy, and super comfortable to wear for a prolonged period of time. Lastly, before we take a look at the microphone quality, it does have 20 hours of battery life in terms of listening time, as well as 18 hours of talk time with the microphone enabled. Now, just to give you guys a sample of what the internal mic sounds like on the Zone Vibe 100, we're just going to do a little quick A and B split between the internal microphone on the Brio 500. It's dual beam foaming mics, similar technology to what we have on the boom mic over here on the Zone 5, but you guys could just get a better understanding in terms of what the internal mic sounds like on the Logitech webcam versus using a headset boom mic, which is probably going to be better because you're closer in proximity to the speaker, and it's going to do a better job of reducing overall background noise as well. Now, in summary, I would say regarding the headset itself, super comfortable to use all day. It sounds good enough that you could use it as a main daily driver headset for pretty much most people out there, unless you're going to be doing some gaming specific stuff or you're a hi-fi music listener. For most people out there, the audio quality and the microphone quality is going to be great, especially for enterprise purposes. Now, as far as the dedicated webcam goes, I think it's a much needed upgrade to Logitech's ancient lineup of 1080p webcams, and although it doesn't offer 60 FPS at 1080p, I think for most people using this for video conferencing and things like that, it's going to be optimal at that 30 frames per second, and most importantly, the HDR capabilities, the show mode, as well as the potential auto framing capabilities is going to make this webcam the one to beat for enterprise purposes and for people doing work from home related situations, or generally anyone that wants a solid dedicated webcam at a relatively affordable price tag. Now, if you guys are interested in seeing how the Brio 500 compares against perhaps its 4K counterpart or even the stream cam that's available from Logitech, definitely let me know. I'd love to make that comparison video for you guys. But in the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please check out the description down below for more detailed information about everything we talk about. Big thanks to Logitech for their support in supplying these products for review. And we'll see you real soon in the next one, and we'll take care.